Hey everybody, welcome back to City Chores. My voice is still trying to recover from being sick, but I am feeling a little better, so today I thought that I would get started on some of these projects that I've been kind of putting off. And so I've been busting my rear end out here getting the patio cleaned up because it's been a mess. And I've been just so busy in so many different directions. And I was like, I don't have time. So I finally just said, that's it, time to do it. So I cleaned up the patio today and I feel good about it. But I had to start my morning today at the DMV. Super fun. Now my driver's license is expiring and now I have to get one of those new ID things. And so I spent like an hour and a half there this morning and came home and I was like, I need to do something productive. So I tackled the patio and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I mean, there are some things that could use some better organization probably, but for today, I think it's good. Look, you can actually see the concrete, guys. It's incredible. I'm so happy. All the way up to the door. Now these are actually my old tomato cages. I need to get these out in the garden. These are my kind of homemade tomato cages because the store-bought ones just don't support anything. So I'm going to put these over the tomatoes that I have in the garden and they'll serve as their supports until they can get tall enough to reach the cattle panel that they're supposed to climb. And then I got this whole alleyway here cleared of all the nasty leaves and dirt and grime. And then little Miss Jane, you're gonna get poked today. Jane is actually less than 4 weeks away from kidding, and I had a complete brain fart. Usually between 4 and 6 weeks away from kidding, you're supposed to give your goat a CDT vaccine. And I just plumb forgot about it with everything that's been going on. So I'm going to actually vaccinate her today for it. The purpose for giving it 4 to 6 weeks earlier than kidding is because it's supposed to get into the kid's bloodstream so then they have that immunity, that protection when they're born. So at 3.5 weeks before kidding, they may get it. I'm not sure as to the efficacy of it after when she's this close. So what we'll do is when we are ready to disbud the kids, we will go ahead and give them a vaccine as well when they get their disbudding. There you go. Alright, now this vaccine is given subcutaneously, which means it's going to just go under the skin. So there's usually kind of a loose flap of skin right behind the shoulder, right in the armpit. And we're just going to pinch it and put the needle in. Go, girl. Just give it a rub. And now she's done. Not even really all that bothered. It's hard work being pregnant. Still uncomfortable. But she does like that step. She likes that she can hang her leg off of it. Ah yes, so here lie the remains of the big nasturtium plant that was going all across the patio. I finally took it out because it was tangled up in some stuff and just generally causing havoc over there. So I pulled it out and the goats are now helping me with the cleanup and the chickens have already picked through it. So, but A favorite snack of the goats is when I have like fresh nasturtium seeds. I'll pick those, and because I never have more than just a handful at a time, so I'll just offer those to them and they just gobble them up like candy. They love them. Alright, so small update in the garden is that the borage is getting ready to open, which I'm sure will also make the bees thrilled. But over here, my Cimbalo melon pears, the little buggers that I wasn't sure were going to make it, they seem to be strengthening up. They're getting a little sturdier. They're starting to take off. So I have high hopes that these little things are going to make it. Melons are saying, oh, hey, what now? We can grow? And then over here, this tomato that got burned on the lights in the house, it's got some new growth growing in. I think this little guy is going to be just fine. See, here's the remains of the little burned branches, and this is the little stem that was growing in the armpit. So now it's going to be the primary stem, and it's doing just fine. So grow, little tomato, grow. You'll be fine. My questionable Sugar Rush peach, I'm still not sure if it's gonna make it. That might be new growth in the middle there, so I think it may pull through after all. And then our mystery pepper, it's like right there in the armpit there, has got a couple little buds coming in. That's cool. All the sweet peppers are looking fine. Looking good. I just went in the coop, and this chicken over here is Sweetheart. She's a Turkin. And I believe that she's the one who is laying these nearly perfectly round eggs. I think I busted her once in the... Well, I didn't bust her, but you know, I collected an egg right as she left the nest box. And it's pretty round. Just thought it was interesting. You seem to be quite popular with Betsy. Oh boy.
We're having fun with this.
Oh dear. So Audrey and I are out here picking some carrots for a nice little snack. Audrey, you want to show yours?
I found a tiny one in the ground that I picked by myself.
She found a little bitty one, and then I found a bigger one. It's a little bit on the big side, but you know what? I think it's still going to taste delicious. So let's get it cleaned up. Let's get it cleaned up, and we'll do a taste test. All right. It's been cleaned up. Let's see just how edible is this big carrot.
I can't close my mouth. I can't rub it. Done.
Well, mine sure is tasty.
Tasty, but humongous for my mouth.
But a bit big. Yummy snacks in the garden.